Is it possible to send the updated link somehow? Guys, can you check now if the stream works? The new link, which is there is a comment in that original thing. All right. So, okay, so let's start and we'll screen record this entire thing so that we can post it in YouTube later. Uh, and we'll just do that much better, I guess. Yeah, we fix it. Yeah. Okay, so we'll start now, right now. Um, So, guys, welcome to Winter of Code 2024-2025. And the whole point of conducting this event is to give you exposure to open source. That is the main goal. And uh, we have, uh, we'll explain in here what the entire event is about. Guys, I think my mic. Karan, can you mute that?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay. So, in this event, the main goal is to introduce you guys to open source, and that is there are platforms like GitHub, which is one of the core platforms any developer like us should be a part of. And by contributing to repositories and by contributing code to open projects, we actually gain a lot of industry experience. And doing that directly is kind of tough. That is what we faced when we were in first and second and third years. And now when we had experience, we thought we can conduct an event where we'll have open projects that you guys can go and contribute to. More details will be shared in this session soon. And so yeah, Abhinav, can you continue, can you like tell about GitHub and we'll just take on the session.
Okay, guys, so many of you know GitHub is a version control system and a code repository. It is one of the most commonly used and one of the most popular tools among software engineers all over the globe. So it can be very useful for maintaining code and to practice DevOps nowadays. Like you can have your own continuous integration pipelines and follow uh, software engineering practices like DevOps and Agile, and you can do releases. Basically, a complete tool for software engineering. And we will be focusing about open source and the Winter of Code of our ACM Amrita chapter here. So, Ashwin, would you like to give an intro?
Yes, can you continue, Abhinav? I'm just fixing the live stream right now. Just yeah.
All right. So, guys, so some of you might be familiar with Hacktoberfest. This Winter of Code will be something similar to that. So, it is a 2-month long event or a competition where you will have multiple bounties assigned for different repositories. Uh, you would have seen all the repositories listed in the website. If you haven't received the website link yet, we will be sending it out soon. So basically, you will be having multiple repositories in the sense they are kind of places where you put the code of projects. So there will be multiple repositories or projects, and you can choose your favorite repositories, and there will be kind of lot of issues listed under each repository with specific labels. An issue is kind of a task, like it's there and you can take it up if you want. So you are free to choose from any issue of your choice, which will, uh, but you have to choose the issue which is labeled ACM WOC, and then you will have the label of the number of points the issue is associated with in the issue itself, and you can request to take up the issue. You then make the changes described in the issue and raise a pull request, which is like, to explain a pull request, uh, it is like you have to create a branch or a copy of an existing code branch in the repository, and then you make few changes to it, which makes it which has an incremented version to it. So then when you create a pull request, you are asking the original owner of the repository to merge your changes to the existing code. And then after reviewing the pull request, if your code gets successfully merged, we will close the issue automatically, and depending on the points assigned to the issue, you will be receiving the uh, cash prizes by the end of every quarter.
Okay, thank you, Abhinav. So, guys, we are actually back live and everything is working perfectly now. Uh, so, to give more context on the GitHub part, I'll share my screen to, uh, or no, if I share my screen, then YouTube Live will not work. Abhinav or Ritesh. Okay, let's go with Ritesh. Ritesh, are you there in the call now?
Yeah, I'm here.
So if you can share your screen and tell about how this event is going to help them and show off the badges that they'll get after this event, and can you like show the entire GitHub workflow? So before we start everything, a quick raise of hands, guys. How many of you have actually created pull requests in repositories before? So, oh, wow, that's a lot of hands. Okay, that's great. And how many of you have contributed to actually projects that are not part of someone you know, or something like uh, totally random? So all right, so that's actually a good number for almost. Okay, so to the wider audience, Ritesh, so let's tell about GitHub and get started. Yeah.
Sure, sure. So I'll share my screen.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, Ashwin, I'll need access for screen share though.
Okay, I'll just give it to you.
All right.
Yeah, I think you can do it.
Okay, let me try.
Yeah.
Okay, is the screen visible?
Yes.
All right. Everything looks good, right?
Yes.
Okay, so hello everyone. I'm Ritesh Kaushik and I'm one of the student organizers of this event, Amrita's Winter of Code, which we'll be running it from December to January end, or we might even extend it to February. Now, in this program, we have got multiple projects. All of these are from within our students. You can take a look at the projects here. We'll be updating this list shortly. We have got even more projects catering from say your Node.js applications, CLI applications, Golang, machine learning, and whatnot. All these projects have reached a certain stage, and after that, we have decided that these projects can be opened up so that we can provide each and every one of you a soft launch so that you can participate in events such as Google Summer of Code, Hacktoberfest, or Girl Script Summer of Code. These projects are meant to teach you about how to contribute to real world projects, how to interact with maintainers, how to be respectful of other contributors, and any and all things related to open source. Shall we share the website, Ashwin?
Yes. Yeah, we'll do that.
All right. So everyone, we have taken the trouble of maintaining a leaderboard for this event. Now, for the time being, this data has been randomly generated, but as and when you guys fill out the registration form, we will start onboarding you to this platform, and you will be able to use your GitHub login to check your details. Once you log in, you will be able to see how many pull requests you have made, the projects you have contributed to, and the bounties you have earned so far. Now, each PR or a pull request will earn you certain bounties. We have multiple issues created across each and every one of our projects, and each issue has a certain amount of bounty associated with it. It is working on a first come first serve basis where you can come to us and request for an issue. We will assign this issue to you and you can start working on it. After you have completed working on it, you can send us a pull request, which we will be demoing shortly, the entire workflow. And once you make the pull request, we'll review your code. We may or may not ask for changes. And as soon as your code gets merged with the main code base, a bounty will be dispatched to you. Each bounty associates with real world money. So every point that you earn will be translated to cash and will be dispatched to you at the end of the quarter. We have our projects listed here as well. We will release the technical stack and the project descriptions. Each project has links. So if you click here, you will be taken to the actual application, the actual GitHub repository. Okay, let's give it a little bit of time. And yeah, so this is one of the repositories that we have. Each and every project here has the link, so you can go check it out. Our website is woc-leaderboard.versal.app. We'll drop it in the live chat shortly. And yes, I think now we can go ahead and give you a demonstration of how to review an issue and how to make a pull request.
Yes, thank you, Ritesh. So, before we move on to that, guys who are in the meeting, the projects that are there are already existing projects on GitHub. So it doesn't mean that you have to start from scratch. That is the goal here. So you can take up a project that is already there, and then there will be tasks assigned to you which you can take and contribute to. The entire workflow of this will now be explained by Abhinav, Sharan, and Vishal. So can we go over to that? Over to you, Abhinav.
Yeah, sure.
Yes. Oh, Sharan will be sharing the screen.
Sharon will be sharing.
Yeah. Okay. I hope my screen is visible. Yeah, I hope my screen is visible. Can someone check me, please? Yeah.
Yes.
So right now, when
Screen
I
is visible.
yeah, we have the Winter of Code, which comes under the CAC 25 user,
Just a
and
second,
then
Sharan. Can you
yeah, hello.
Yeah, just a second, Sharan. Can you close
Yeah.
entirely GitHub and then open from searching in Google GitHub?
Yeah, sure.
So that
Sure.
everybody knows how the entire workflow looks like, or searching
Sure,
from the website. So if you can do that, that would be
Okay.
great. But I don't think this repo is listed in the website.
This repo is not listed.
Yeah. Anyway, so
Yeah, fine.
yeah, we can just start from here. Sure.
So right now I'll just start with the GitHub. So once you create an account, you'll be usually like this, and then so this is the feed page, your repositories and recent activity that you have anything to do with. And when I go here, and then once I give the repo name, it's basically CSC 25 right now.
Yeah, CACF 25.
And
Users.
it's basically this particular user. So to this user, the new repo that has been created would be the WinterOfCode. When I go to this repositories, you can see this WinterOfCode S1 is this repository named like that. So after going into that, we'll have the description of this. This is actually called README. It's in a markdown file, and then you have the poster and stuff, and then you have what are things to do, what is actually the description of the repo itself. So right now, as you could see, there are two issues currently that has been made by the contributors, basically these three people. And then when I just go here and go to the issues, I can see that there are actually two issues, namely update links in README and then update latest poster image in README. So there are few tags which is given into that will be explained later by Ashwinan and Abhinavana. And
So
then
whatever has ACM WC are only eligible for the competition, and whatever has ACM WC tag will have the bounty listed near it itself. Good first issue tags are for first time contributors, and then we'll usually put what language it is in, or if it is documentation or anything as a tag itself.
for now, these two issues are actually, so when I go into this issue, and yeah, so I want this issue to be assigned to me. So basically, I want to solve this issue. So what I actually do
Sharon,
is,
show the other issue also.
yeah, sure. So right now there are two issues currently. One is update links in README, which has two tasks to be done. One is update latest projects links in the README, and then another task remove task token, which is something from the repos that is being mentioned. So in these two repos, now for now what I will do is to be assigned to me, I'll just give it a comment. M
By giving this comment, you are actually making an interest to making your participation count. So when you give this comment, what happens is the one who created that issue or the maintainer of that repository will get a notification that you have requested to work on this task. So in GitHub, issues means tasks. So that is one thing that
So after giving that, the repo owners, I'm just tagging them so that they could see the message, and then I'm giving a comment over here. And then I have to wait for some time so that so if I'm the first or something, or if I'm actually giving the clear idea about that issue, they'll just assign this task to me. So yeah, as you can see here, Bino has actually assigned this task to me, and then they could actually remove my remove their assignment to. They just remove themselves. Yeah, they have assigned this issue to particular to me. So now what I do is update project links in README. So for now, what I actually will do is I would actually fork this repo first of all.
So yeah, while we fork the repo, the meaning of a fork is you're creating a copy of the code in your name. So through that, you can actually make edits to the repository. So
And here, Saran is just forking the main branch. Depending on your requirement, you can either fork just the main branch or the complete repository with all its branches. You will just have to uncheck that particular thing there.
So when I fork this repo, that what happens is, so that particular repository comes into under my name. So after going into that, I'll just do the changes that I need to do. So for example, that particular issue was actually to do with something with the README file. changing an updation of readme file and updating some
You will
links.
have to remove the task shogun from repositories. Come down.
And now you're actually editing code. So here what we are doing is we are showing as an example to edit documentation code, but it can also be real code.
The repo number 7, you can remove that.
Yeah. For now, one of the tasks was to remove this totally, and then maybe change this to the original numbers. Yeah, this was the issue that has been found, and then I have just removed it. So once I do that, I just give commit changes, and then what I actually, or the message that I want to put, and then I give commit. So once it is committed, it's the changes that I made is actually committed in my repository itself. So as you can see that that number which was there, which I removed, has been removed in the README file, and that is only in under my name, under my user. This repository, the changes have been made. Now, what I want to do is, so basically, I want this to be made in the original repo too. So I just give here the open pull request. So I'll just tell that the changes have been made, and have to put the tag like what issue I actually solved it. So results, and when I put the hashtag, the changes that I did was actually update links in README. So this is what I did actually did. So I'll just mention that, and I'll tag the one who has assigned me. So Abhinav has assigned me, so I just give as such like a message like this, and then I'll just create a pull request.
So now what happens is the changes that you made in your version of code, you're asking the owner of that particular code to accept it. And this is how you actually start your contribution. So this is like the first step. So once you get
So
assigned in the issue, yeah, continue now.
as you can see, the pull request has been given here, and then a new pull request has been created, which has been done by me, and the reviewers is basically Abhinav, who has assigned me. So this one thing is actually important as to see which issue I'm actually solving it. So after this, once I give a review now, so Abhinav has actually approved these changes, and then put looks good to me, good to go. So now we can see that this pull request has been actually approved, and then this will also be this pull request is also being closed, and the issue that I've been seen here is also removed. And when you go to the original code and see the changes, as you can see, what I removed is also reflecting in the original repository too. So this is how the contribution actually works. So if an issue is being there, so on one more thing to see is the issue is actually what you understand from the from reading the repo and doing trial and error and those steps. After doing that, you will be creating this issue, and after seeing an issue and getting assigned, then the next step would be changing the code or what alteration that you have to do, and you will give a pull request, and the pull request will be reviewed by someone from the owner of this the repositories, and then the change, and then once they actually merge into the original code, then you will get the bounty points. Later will be the bounty points, and those the reward will be explained later. So this is how you do. And the another this issue, the demo will be shown by Vishal. Yeah.
Or guys, can we? Yeah. Okay, fine. Is Vishal in the meeting?
Yes. No.
Okay, now. So before we move ahead, guys, did everyone understand something out of it? Anybody has any questions to raise or something? Those watching in the live stream can put it in the comment section. Take it up in this video. And actually, somebody has commented. right now, right?
Yes, you can take multiple issues at once. All your points keep accommodating, and then at the end of the quarter, depending on the points you hold at that point of time, you'll be given cash prizes. How much points equal to how much rupees? That conversion will post it in the website soon.
Yeah. All right. So, Vishal, you were sharing. Anything else, guys? That's it. Yeah, done. Okay. So,
Hello.
yes, Vishal, you are audible.
Yeah. There's another issue in the same repo. Here they given us a replace existing poster with the latest event poster. Uh, yeah. Let me just say
So,
like
one
this.
second, Vishal.
Uh,
Somebody has already commented to this issue. So,
yeah, someone has already requested.
is this guy in the meeting? Ajay95? Are you in this meeting, Ajay? Or are you watching the live stream? Uh, if so, then we can try. Is Ajay there in this meeting? Uh, okay, I don't think he's there here in this meeting, Vishal. So this is how, this is one way of deciding. Though it was first come first serve, probably let's say this Ajay95 is not registered to Winter of Code. So at that time, it will be discarded. So what, only if you register through the form and then put it here, we'll accept. So yeah,
Yeah.
continue. Da.
Uh, yeah. Make the changes or something. And then I comment it and I will wait for the repo owner to uh, accept my request and assign the task to me. The task is now assigned, and now I can just fork this repo and then yeah. Now the fork has been done. Now I can change it in here itself. Since it is a README file, I can change it here. Or if you are going to change the code, you may use your Git to clone the repo and then modify it and commit to it and then perform the action. For example, here my task is to change with the new poster. I am not sure. Let me just check for the new poster. Yeah, right now I have my poster with me. As I have copied it from the website. Now I can just paste it here. It will be uploaded. You can see the poster is now getting uploaded directly into the README file. I'll just wait for a second, I guess. Yeah, now the poster has been new. Poster has been uploaded. I can just delete this line.
Show them a preview, Vishal.
Yeah, here is a new poster that I have uploaded, and then I can just commit changes.
Give a proper commit message, guys.
Okay.
Here, it is very important to give a proper commit message and description. Uh, we do not encourage commit messages like updated the file name, or changed, or something like that. The commit message should be descriptive of the changes you made in the code.
Yeah, once I have committed my uh, update to the my repo, and then I can create a pull request. Let's just say, yeah, here issue. Okay, yeah, after the new poster, and I can add a description, a model if you want. Yeah, now I can create a pull request. Yeah, now the pull request is being reviewed, and once it is done, it will just merge with the code. The updated code will be merged to the original repository.
So right now he's waiting for the review. So this is usually this will take at least a day or two to get completely reviewed. And since this is a live demo we are doing, we might review it soon.
Reviewed and then approved. The updated code will be now merged to the repository main branch of the repository. Here you can see the README is updated. In the main repo itself, the README has been changed. Yeah, this is how you create add your code or something. You will just update the code in your copy, that is fork of your the main repo. Once you make the changes, you will create a full pull request, and the reviewers or the repository or repository or maintainers will review your pull request and then merge it to the main code.
All right, guys. So that was a great Vishal. Thank you. And guys, any doubts so far about the event, about the contest, the entire contest? So the duration of the contest is going to be from December 17th, which is tomorrow, until February 14th. Clear instructions regarding the contest will be sent to the registered participants through mail, mostly by tomorrow. We'll make sure we send it. And after that, you can start your participation. And anything else to add on, guys? Ritesh, Sharan, Abhinav, anything?
Guys, you can use a lot of VS Code extensions that are available for GitHub that helps you work easier with the GitHub pull requests and commits and everything. And GitHub desktop app is available for Windows. So it will make your process of committing and raising a pull request very easier from VS Code itself. You don't have to use the editor in GitHub. So you can integrate your code space with GitHub very easily.
Yes, that is right. And anything else, Ritesh?
No, it's all good. I think we've had a great session, and maybe we can open the floor to the audience if they have any questions or anything. And with that, we can call it a day.
Yeah. Guys, you can unmute and ask questions if you have any about the contest. I'm sure you should be curious about what all code you get to contribute to. So, any questions regarding the repositories that might be there for the event or anything like that, guys? No one? Come on, guys, chill. It's we are doing this to make you guys get used to GitHub, contribute code, and that way we all learn something. So that is the goal of this entire thing. And through this, I'm very sure that when it comes, say you're sitting for placements or you're sitting for you're applying for a job somewhere, will boost you. And yeah, we get a link to open source projects which are available. Okay, so Ritesh, can you share your screen and then we'll just tell them what are the projects that are available, uh, like just to give them an
Sure,
overview.
sure. Just a minute.
I think guys are curious. And
All right, definitely.
yes, and Karthik has a question. We'll come to that, Karthik. We have noted down. We'll come to that. So
Is the screen visible?
yes, it is visible. It's visible, right, guys, for everyone? Yes, thumbs up. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
great.
All right.
And Ritesh, you're sharing your window, right? Because it's like stuck in the website.
Oh yeah, I'm sharing my window.
Yeah.
Yeah, is it fine? Like, is the scroll visible?
Yes, yes, yes.
All right, all right. Anyone's taking us through this projects?
So, Abhinav, can you start with Quick Start Express because it was our repository?
Okay, Ritesh, click on Quick Start Express.
Sure.
Before we explain about Quick Start Express, how many of you guys here have worked on Express.js frameworks backend with Express.js? Yeah. All right, so 6 people, 7 people. Okay, that's great. So this is an interesting report to contribute to. It's an npm package, and Abhinav will tell more in detail and why it's related to Express.js. Yeah.
Okay, guys. So Express programmers, we usually do a lot of backend projects, and then we kind of uh, see ourselves in a position where we frequently use a template code for all of our projects, but then we have to do it from scratch every time we start a new project. So we came up with this interesting CLI tool, which we put on npm also. Ritesh, could you show the npm?
Sure, sure, sure.
Yeah,
I believe it's here. Releases.
No, view on npm
you on
link
npm
here.
that link.
Oh, okay. This thing. Oh yeah, that's it.
So you can just do a npm i-g to do a global install, quick start express to install it on your machine and uh, use the templates. So we have a list of our own custom templates in this CLI tool. So go to the README, Ritesh.
Sure. Yes.
Uh, a little bit down also. Yeah, so we have a list of commands here. So you have QSE init to start the server. Uh, and you can specify your own templates here, like from the list of templates we have. So you will be using QSE list to see all the templates. And what we are looking for is new templates for this rep. Right now we have Postgres and MySQL and the basic Express template. So a lot of you might be using Express and have your own templates, which we are ready to accept. But right now, we'll be creating issues for this with a set of required templates. So anybody who has this, you are free to create templates based on this description provided here, so that other people can benefit uh, your contribution.
Yes, so that was about Quick Start Express. Thank you, Abhinav. So the next tool is an interesting tool that we have for this Winter of Code, and I'll take through that tool. So this is one of the projects. The next one that we have is Amrita PYQ. So it's a tool which is built in Golang, where you can download previous year question papers of Amrita when you connect to Amrita Wi-Fi. It's a command line tool. It's an interesting tool to contribute to. It has some base code which is like very unorganized and it needs a lot of help. And right now it works. So that is the stage in which the tool is. So it works. You can use it to get question papers, download previous year question papers, and all of that. So if you go to the issues section of this tool, again uh, you have some issues that are yet to be solved. So just like how we demonstrated today in the event, you guys can respond to these issues to get it assigned to you after the Winter of Code is open. So it will be open by tomorrow. So if you give your comments from tomorrow, it will be very helpful. And yeah, so that's about Amrita PYQ, and we'll just go through the other repos quickly. So we have Amrita Map, which is another interesting project of Abhinav Ramakrishnan. He's a fourth year of this of our college. So Abhinav, you can tell about this stuff. This is your project.
Oh, okay, so this is uh, a navigator application completely offline. It doesn't use any API and completely in-house application. So with the goal of creating a own Google Map like interface for Amrita, and the motivation behind the project and my complete uh, history and journey with this project I've listed in the description. So Ritesh, you can scroll down to show them screenshots of the application.
And it was a data structures and algorithms project. This one,
In my third semester,
yeah. So where we used graphs and what algorithm was that? Abhinav, A star.
A star algorithm, but we are looking for other new algorithms and a lot of approaches and improvements which I've detailed in me and in the issues.
Next is Match Up Pairs. It's a mobile app. Shreyas, are you in the call? Shreyas here. Uh, I think Shreyas is not here. So this is actually an app that is live in Play Store. So if you can type this name in Play Store, I think this app will come. So it's a game. So those who are into gaming and want to make games, so this is a good start. Mobile game. It's not that. I think you have to search it, especially inside of Play Store because it's not that popular. And our go.
All right. I'll give it a try.
You can scroll down. Okay, so I think it's not that popular, but anyway, it's a project that is published to Play Store, and the link of this Play Store has to be added. So that will be an issue soon in this repo. So that is one of the first things. And after that, you can contribute to code. It's a
So
game.
don't expect a high bounty for it.
Yeah, right. That is also true. So next project are this. Uh, Next thing is exploring Google Maps SDK for Android. So this is one way where we can explore how to use the Google Maps SDK just so that we can integrate it into our apps. And we are looking forward to integrating Gemini into this and creating some sort of feature that is not currently there in Google Maps, and we can probably submit it somewhere. So that is the goal of this thing. And when people contribute to this repo, everybody's names will also be considered. So that is one goal of this repo. And the next one, Ritesh, can you actually scroll down? Placement tracker. Okay, that's. Abhinav, you want to tell about this?
Go ahead, Ashwin.
No, no, you tell.
Okay, so before Havelock, so the Department of Computer Science, Amrita School of Computer, they asked for a placement management kind of a web application. So this is something that me, Ashwin, developed. Uh, so it allows users to register and enlist their placements and internships, and the faculty to track and view statistics of the application of the users and the students who have enrolled themselves. And there are a lot of filters and visualizations and things, statistics in this application.
And goal is to make it usable for the real in real scenarios. So that for that we'll create issues on this repos that will help you guys for sure. So yeah, so one of them asked for any CLI tools. So uh, Ritesh, can you go back to the projects? We'll just skip to some interesting project that you'd like. Yeah, so one repo that I think most contributions can be done is a DSA repo. So this is like a collection of all of the algorithms that we are trying to do in multiple languages. So right now, CPP and Python, few limited set of algorithms are there. We are looking forward for more implementations, and issues will be created in this repo also soon. So this is another repo that you guys can contribute to. And any interesting one, Ritesh, that you can pick from here?
Sure. Can I explain about Bluedis?
Yeah.
All right. So Bluedis happens to be my own implementation of Redis. Do we have people in the chat who have heard of Redis before? By show of hands, do we have people who have used Redis? Okay, that's a lot of hands there. Amazing, amazing. So for the ones who are not aware of what Redis is an in-memory database. When I say in-memory, I mean it uses your RAM and not ROM. And because of this, all the queries are executed at under 20 to 30 millisecond speeds. Now, this was something that had my curiosity that how does it actually work? And I made an attempt to build my own Redis, of course, from a bunch of tutorials and blog posts online. So, Bluedis, as the name suggests, happens to be my own implementation. Here is the architecture of this. You guys can take a look at this. This application has been written in Golang. Now, this is not a complete Redis. It is the Redis server. Redis generally has two parts, the Redis client and the Redis server. So in order to interact with Bluedis, you need to install Redis. Now, and for those of you who want to contribute to this particular repository, I would suggest you get either a Windows subsystem for Linux, or if you're a Linux user or a Mac user, it's great. You can download Redis. You can use the Redis CLI and you can talk to the Redis server that I've created here. Now, the main issues with this particular repository is it supports a very limited set of Redis commands. So far, the only data structures that it supports are strings and hash sets. But if you go to the actual Redis specification, let me just take the Redis data structures. Yeah, Redis data structures. If you look at it, then Redis supports a very wide range of data structures. And through the WinterOfCode program, I'm looking to add support for all of these structures. I mean, if not all, then for a lot of structures here. So strings is there. I'm looking for sets, sorted sets, lists, bitmaps, maybe even geolocation data, like geospatial data like latitude and longitude. Maybe Redis streams can be implemented. And the language that it has been written in, if I've mentioned before, it's in Golang. It's an amazing language for CLI tools and high performance applications. The syntax is very simple. Like usually we have this idea that all high performance things are written in C, C++, and the syntax is very difficult and there are pointers everywhere. But with Golang, you feel that the syntax is very close to Python, but then you get the speed and strength of C, C++. So if anyone wants to try this out, please go ahead. If anyone feels like they can learn Golang in a couple of weeks and then give it a shot, please go ahead by all means. This repository will have lots of issues on data structure specifically. We'll be looking to add them. We'll be looking for synchronization mechanisms, things that you might be studying in your operating systems course about mutex locks and semaphores, how to keep things in sync. Now, I must tell you that Redis is single-threaded. So if multiple users are trying to interact with it, we must maintain synchronization. So yeah, that's a bit about Bluedisk. Take it for a spin. Give us comments, give us reviews. If you have certain ideas on issues that can be created, please go ahead.
Yeah. Awesome, Ritesh. So,
Okay, we have the next repositories. Can we go ahead with that?
yes, awesome, Ritesh. So can you like tell about other repositories also? I think it's great if you do it.
All right. So lead path. Let's take that one.
Yeah.
Okay, so lead path, and it has been made by some of my friends, Vishal and Amrita. Vishal, would you like to take it up?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
As you can see, it's a leak code recommendation system. It just calculates the number of problems that you have done already and the list of problems that you have done based on the problems that you have completed already. It recommends a new set of problems based on the previous problems that you have completed. So we are using the Markov random field and the belief propagation to build a model. If anyone has a better approach to do that, please create an issue for it and we will accept it. And then if you could deploy it because there is an issue called if you are able to build a lightweight model, that will be great. In that case, if you are going to do that, we will be able to make it as an extension, a Chrome extension where the user can just click on it and get recommendation instantly. Yeah, that's about it. It's based on the backend is there are two backend. One is based on Flask and one is on Go, and the front end is on Next.js and Tailwind CSS. Yeah,
All right.
if you guys if you guys have if you guys could do it, that will be better. That will be.
Okay. Next, can we talk about Amrita GPT?
Yes. Sharon, are you there? It's your,
Yeah. No.
yes.
So basically, this is, you could say it's around 75% completed project with no major integration into it. The Amrita GPT, the project writes and every stuff with actually with the IETE. It was actually an initiative by the IETE team from the 2023 when the first GPT came out. That was the initial idea with it. So as the name says, it's just an a GPT, chat GPT, but then for especially for Amrita. No such as fine tuning and stuff is there. Directly it's just a rack, but then have to integrate with the front end and then have to build a back end base too. And one thing we was actually trying to do was speech to speech, speech which is actually converted to a text, and then after once the output comes out, and then the text is also comes out as a speech itself, and that was actually trying. And then one more idea we had was to have a voice cloning thing with the speech itself, but with maybe Amrita Nandamaya voice, something we're trying. So this would be the brief idea about it. Yeah.
So an interesting repo, guys. You should definitely contribute to this. And next thing, down.
Okay, we have NeuroScribe next.
Yeah, this one, as the name suggests, neuroscribe. It's actually something to do with the brain itself. So here it's basically like we have something called as OpenBCI, and we collected our own data set for it, where uh, we had few people had few subjects to collect the data, thinking about few alphabets. Here it's actually for A and B. As you know, Albert Einstein have some. I'm not very sure about it. about it. I just forgot about it. It's about some eye blinking, I guess, or something like that, where he was actually able to tell what he wants, even though his body is very disabled in condition. This one we tried to reproduce it, but then in terms of EEG signals. So with the help of EEG signals, we try to predict which alphabet the person is actually thinking on. So the data set and every step is actually in the repo itself. We tried few methodologies into it, and so yeah, this workflow comes. Uh, an EEG headset band is being put on your head, and you just think something out of it. A few processing steps has been taken, and then a classic ML, such as random forest, those algorithm has been put, and then one speaker will tell you what alphabet that has been predicted, and then one plotter is there where it will write out that alphabet. So there will be few code snippets, those issues will be there, and then improvement in algorithm could be done, as we were able to only get around 60% of accuracy. So those are the issues that you guys can focus on. Yeah.
Awesome.
We have got TN Tourism and Amrita Sports Management.
Can we go to that timetable thing, Ritesh?
Oh, sure.
Yes, I think it's an interesting one. So, Abhinav, you want to talk about it? This one, timetable.
Ashwin, you talk about it.
Okay, so this was an initiative that we took when we were in second year or third year, I guess. So the goal is to display the timetable of class of every single class. So we did it for our batch. So the 6 sections that we had, you go, you click, you will get the timetable. So this is there in CMS. You might be asking what's new here. The other thing that is part of this tool is we can create tasks for every single course that is there in the timetable, and like all of the assignments, all of the deadlines that are there, everything can be seen in one place, and the midterm timetable, NSEM timetable, and all of that. If that is for your particular batch, you can do this. And one thing that you could do is you can uh, use this and self-host it for your own class. So that is one thing that we are trying. So overall, there are some features that needs to be added to this tool that we think.
Most interesting part here is it persists data completely without a database. So we turned the GitHub repository itself into a database, and we made the commit into a kind of write database write, and we made this. So, and we are using GitHub's OAuth to authenticate users to modify the existing tasks. So we have assigned a set of people who have the access to modify, that is, edit, add, or delete existing tasks or add new tasks.
Yes, so that was about timetable repository. Anything else, Ritesh, that we could cover today?
I think we are good because there are a few more projects like there's Burn Baroda and then there's the Flutter version of it.
Yeah.
Then of course there's Tamil Nadu Tourism app and Amrita Sports Management System. Again, amazing projects to work with, fairly simple and straightforward. I would say they are very beginner friendly. People who have coded a little bit or maybe they have started coding in college, you should definitely check it out. Written in simple tech stack, HTML, CSS, JavaScript. So I believe that most of our projects cater to the wider audience. We have projects which can be worked upon by first years, by second years, by third years, and by fourth years. So yeah, our projects which even though they demand different skill sets, I think we have an overall inclusive bunch.
Yes, that is true, Ritesh. And Karthik had a question. Let us address that. And he has asked if we can, if are the participants allowed to create issues. So are they? This?
Yeah, so participants, what they can do is, I think we can float an issue template format in all of our repositories.
Yeah.
And participants, they can take a look at it. And if they feel that there's a certain issue that is great for the event, they can surely create the issue. But then the issue will be assigned or it will be open up to bounties once the maintainers have reviewed it and deemed it worthy of it. Once we have deemed it worthy, we will add we will add the relevant tags to it. We'll add the AMWOC tag and we'll associate a certain bounty with it. Now, the person who has raised the issue, if they choose to work on it, they may even mention that within the issue template. And based on that, we can allocate the issue to people.
Yes. So is that clear, Karthik? Did you get it? Did you get your doubt? Yeah. Cool. Okay. So anything else, guys? Any
And
doubts? Yeah.
we'll be assigning bounty provided we have fund. But if you guys want to work on it without any bounty, you can mention it in the issue itself and we'll open it without bounty.
Yes. So about the rules and templates apart from the issues. So Ritesh, can you share your screen with the rules? I think we have it in our
Sure.
report, right?
Yes. We have a certain set of rules.
Yeah. So let's cover that also. Thanks, Praneeth, for reminding us to cover that.
Yes, is it visible? The 10 rules for this winter?
Yes.
All right. So the rules that you have set up are fairly straightforward. Of course, you need a GitHub account. You need to fill out the registration form. Now, the form is only open to Amrita students and specifically to the students of Amrita Coimbatore. And only after you have filled out the form will we onboard you to the platform. And then you can log in via GitHub. If you have not filled the form, then you're not eligible for this. Then our next rules are descriptive commit messages. So we do look for really clean and concise commits because that is the industry practice, that's the standard. Whenever you contribute to projects, a commit message is expected. And this is mainly because oftentimes what happens is certain issues get multiple pull requests and a maintainer needs to pick out the best one. So the best commit message, the message which tells you about the changes made, the message which has screenshots highlighting the changes, or maybe it has a video clipping highlighting the changes. All these things make excellent commit messages and pull requests. Now, we have mentioned one issue at a time, and I would say that this rule is slightly subjective because we do not want one person to get all the issues assigned to themselves. So we would take it one at a time and we would monitor you. But at any point, if we find that maybe you have got yourselves issues assigned and there has been no work done for a decent period of time, then the issue will be unclaimed and will again be opened up to the rest of the audience. Our fifth rule is AI tools usage. So as we have come to the age of AI, it's very evident that AI tools are permitted. But then at some point, if we feel that your entire code has been generated by AI, if we feel that you have taken the code, you've pasted it in AI, and maybe something like V0 or bold.new has given you the entire code, then your pull request may lead to rejection. Also, you may be banned from making further pull requests. Please be very mindful of that. AI tools are there to help you out. They are there to help you out in understanding the code base, maybe understanding syntaxes, but then they are not there to write the complete code for you. Sixth is our eligibility criteria. So we have thought that if there are lots of issues which are low-hanging fruit, then they are better catered to maybe first years or second years. But then if there are really difficult issues, then those issues can be opened up to everyone. So we have set up eligibility criteria for that, all of which will be mentioned within issue tags. Next, we have original code. So yes, we would like you to avoid using copyrighted code. And this is where, maybe someone else made a pull request, or maybe your friend is working on it and you chose to steal their code and then make a pull request. This is something we would like to avoid because this is the first event of its kind happening within our university, and we would like the entire event to be very, very clean. The last 2 points are simple guidelines. Maintainers will label the issues to indicate eligibility. Issues can be worked upon post-approval, and contribution guidelines. Now, we do understand that setting up these rules are fairly generic for all projects, but then certain projects may or may not have certain quirks to them. Maybe certain projects are written in compiled languages and they don't want you to push the binary, or maybe they want you to ignore certain files. So we will add a contribution markdown file to each and every project, which we would like you to go through before making a contribution. This file will contain suggestions, guidelines, and things to remember specifically for that particular project. So these are 10 rules for this winter. If you feel that you require a little bit more clarity regarding any of the rules, please feel free to hit us up, or please feel free to ask within this Google Meet.
Guys, I see some of you already commenting, saying that you are interested to assign the issue to you. But if it is a part of, if you want to participate in WOC and you want to be a part of it, you will have to wait until we assign the labels and the bounty for each issues. If it is not a part of WOC and you just want to commit and contribute towards those issues, you can mention in the uh, comment itself as you don't want to be a part of WOC, and then I will assign them to you.
Awesome. And Ritesh, you want to address those two things that Praneeth is asking?
Okay, so can one have multiple issues across multiple code bases? I mean, we would like you to have multiple issues if you have the competency to address them. Definitely, we would love to get them. But then, somewhere, we do not want people to hog up all the issues across all code bases. So maybe we would filter you out. There will be internal discussions within the maintainers to see which all issues have been currently worked upon. We have set up certain checks for that. And upon the note of will new code bases be added later down the line? Well, this is something in discussion because there are certain projects we are incubating within us. And if they reach a certain threshold where we can open them up to the public and perhaps we could get some of you guys involved in those, then definitely we will consider adding them in. Otherwise, I think we have a pretty exhaustive list of projects. I believe we have around 15 to 17 of them. So that should be good for now.
Yes, that is right. Anything else, guys? Any last questions? We check the YouTube live stream. Well, no questions there. Anyone here has a question? You can just unmute and ask, guys. That's it. So I think we can call it a day, Ritesh. I think we can call it a day. Abhinav, Sharon, Abhineha, Vishal, and everyone else. Thanks for coming. And when can we start accepting issues, guys? Shall we announce it right now?
Okay, Praneeth has made a suggestion of Wednesday. I think within Wednesday, we would have all the data, all the registrations that have made. We'll be populating our databases, getting you with all the logins and everything ready. Our leaderboard will be active. So maybe within 1 or 2 days, I think we can have it. Yeah. Wednesday sounds like a good day.
Yeah. And will all of them be added to a community in WhatsApp or somewhere so that they can ask their topics
Yes,
there?
yes, definitely. We have made a WhatsApp group. We are in the process of onboarding every single person who's registered for the event. And as and when the registration form gets filled up, we will be adding in the new joiners within that group. Any doubts or anything can be clarified then and there.
Yes. All right. So I think that's it, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So, all right, guys. Any feedback or something? Anything you'd like to add on to about the contest? Any suggestions or something right now from you guys? From you guys who are there in this meeting today? Anything you want to talk about the contest? Thank you, Praneeth. Yeah. All right then. So we'll close for today. Thank you all for joining, guys. I hope that you guys make use of this contest as much as possible and contribute to as many issues as possible. And remember one more thing: when you contribute to issues by creating pull requests and your code gets merged, you get a badge in GitHub. So that there is a badge that is officially part of GitHub, which will be added to your profile, which is a good addition. Yeah, Pull Shark. That is the badge. Thanks, Abhinav. And one other thing to notice is for every code that gets merged into repositories, you will be given bounty points, and that bounty points will be converted into monetary rewards, which will be released every 15 days of this contest. So the contest is there for 60 days. So every 15 days, we'll run a check, and whoever is eligible for bounties will be given. So that is one new thing that we are doing. Everyone will get something out of the contest, and we hope you guys learn something, and let's all grow together, guys. Thank you. So we'll close it right now. I am stopping the live session. Yeah, that works. Anything to add, guys? Our team, guys, anything?
All good, Ashwin, all good.
All good.
I think we've had a great session, and hopefully, this event prepares our students and the entire community at Amrita to participate in events like Google Summer of Code, Solana Fellowship, and whatnot.
Yes.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah. Right. Let's hope. Let's hope for the best. So all the best, guys, and I hope you guys make best use of this contest. And yeah. So I'm closing the live stream now.